you can get across to us. So we are going to travel a bit into Vatican territory and have a little bit of a Catholic conversation. The Knights of St. John International and Ladies Auxiliary, a Catholic fraternity group established in the U.S. since 1886. So this is more than almost 200 or so years ago. The group works to promote the church and national development, and its branch from the University of Ghana was inaugurated in 2017. It has worked with the church to support students on campus through various activities such as training, career guidance, job placement opportunities, and others. On the occasion of their 5th anniversary, the group wishes to celebrate their contributions while planning for more impact in the coming years. And two of their reps have joined us. Professor Kweku Treme is the president at the Knights of St. John International, commanding number 911. Sounds like an emergency number. Professor Treme, good morning and Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, good morning, Thelma. I would like to thank you and also say good morning to your esteemed listeners this morning for the excellent platform that you have provided us this morning to speak about our 5th anniversary celebrations.
Perfect. And he's not here alone. Sylvester Kwame Osei is the chairman of the planning committee, also of Knights of St. John International 911. Sylvester, good morning. Happy New Year to you as well.
Good morning, Thelma. And we are really excited to be here.
I can tell your excitement. When we non-Catholics, the people you call Protestants, we hear of Knights. We wonder what exactly is this group of knights about, because you're not saving or rescuing damsels in distress, are you? You're a different kind of group of knights.
Okay, so basically, simply put, a Knight of St. John, it's a true soldier and warrior of Christ and the Roman Catholic Church. In order that you understand this, maybe I would have to throw a little bit of light, go back in history. We go back way, to the medieval times in history. This is a time of unrest between, the Christians and the Muslims, popularly known as the Crusades. That is how far back that we go. Okay, knights were used to enforce the will of Christians. Okay, but if I fast forward to around about 1800s, there is also a period within Europe where there is religious unrest. You mentioned the Protestants. So at that time, the Protestants are coming up. And because of religious unrest, many Catholics flee to the United States to try and seek refuge there. Unfortunately, when they get to the United States, they actually find out that there is also a civil war going on in the United States. So within the individual parishes of the United States, they form small groups that are supposed to, brainstorm, try to look after themselves and protect each other during the time of war and face the difficulties together. Now, this continues until a period of about 1879 when the Civil War in the U.S. comes to an end. And then these small groups actually meet to try and come together under one big umbrella, which at the time they named the Roman Catholic Union of Knights of St. John. And they actually, in 1886, as you mentioned, come up with a constitution and incorporate themselves as an official order. And then this happens in New York. Okay. Subsequently, the objectives of this new knighthood was to ensure the spiritual, physical, and social welfare of the members, and also to ensure that one is able to, practice love for their country and also for humanity at large. However, the order is very successful around about this time and now starts to spread to other countries. So from the United States, it goes to Canada, and then to the United Kingdom, and then to Germany. Eventually, it goes to Panama, ends up in Africa, Ghana, where it spreads to Nigeria, Togo, Sierra Leone, and Liberia. So to cater for the expansion, the name of the society actually changes in 1992 to Knights of St. John's International, just to cater for the expansion. So that is how the Knights actually come to be.
Kwame, how long have you been a member of this organization?
I have been with the order for the past 8 years. I was initially initiated in the commandery number 368 in Kumasi Basilica, and then I moved to Accra in 2017. And as an alumni of the University of Ghana, I had the opportunity of being part of the people that helped form the commandery 911 in Legon. Now, you would hear numbers under each name. So 911 being the 911th commandery that of the order that has been created. And we see our number as an emergency number. So our approach to doing things has been, an emergency way. Forming in 2017, we've been able to mobilize to develop our members spiritually, but then also to help the church and help the student body at the University of Ghana at large.
Why did you join? What did you hear about Knights that made you think, I think this would be a good fit for me?
So first of all, for me, the point of attraction was the outlook of the night. So normally when there are Catholic events, you'd see gentlemen in ancient military uniforms with a chapeau. You'd see feathers on their head. They would be holding swords. So for me, that was the first point of attraction. But then getting close to them, you get to see that there's more that they do beyond, the military support to the church activities. The order prides itself in helping members to be good Christians and also be good citizens of the country. And so when you come into our fold, you would find members that vary from different spans of professions. We have academics, we have doctors, we have lawyers, and we even have members with technical and vocational expertise. And so it becomes a good network of people to be with.
I wonder though, because when you hear, I hear you speak and you talk about initiation, and then immediately I begin to hesitate a little bit, because the perception for some is that this is some kind of secret society and you get up to all sorts which you don't want the public to know about. Is that a real thing? And if it's not, how do you convince people that you are not this cloaked institution or organization?
Yes, well, thanks, Thelma. I hear this quite a lot as well. But if you actually look at the definition of what a secret society is and the characteristics that actually govern such societies, KSJI doesn't fall into any of those categories or group at all. Okay? For a secret society, the following are always concealed. Okay, number one, the existence of the society itself is concealed. So there is no constitution or no document lying anywhere you could refer to find out what the society is all about. Membership is concealed. So if the KSJI was a secret society, this morning we will not be here telling you we are members. So membership is concealed. Nobody knows who is a member of this society. And when the members get together, everything that they do is shrouded in secrecy. In fact, it might surprise you to note that being a member of such a society actually disqualifies you to be a KSJI member. However, the church sees the KSJI as a semi-military society or organization whose activities actually adds color and beauty to the ceremonies of the church. But as a semi-military organization, there's a high level of discipline in everything that we do. And because of this high level of discipline, non-members are not allowed to, actually attend our meetings because you would not know how to conduct yourself. So all we say is that become a Catholic, okay? Become a communicant, and if you apply to us and we find out you are not a member of any secret society, we will initiate you the proper way and you can be a part of us. There is no secret about this.
I understand adding color to church events. I'm a brigade girl, so I get that bit. So what are some of the activities you embark on? I'm seeing all these military visuals that we have, and like Sylvester said, you wear the hats with the feathers and all that. But what exactly do you do? What projects do you undertake?
Oh, okay. So Apart with the adding of the color to the church, normally we are at the main celebrations of the mass. We turn up at mass. During the mass, there are a lot of things we can do to actually add on to the mass. But as far as projects are concerned, if I take KSJI 911 by itself, over the past 5 years, we have been, embarking on a very massive membership and charity drive, some of which sometimes even overspills to neighboring institutions such as the UPSA. We've involved ourselves in a lot of capacity building, trying to obtain internship positions for our students, giving them some exposure to the job market. We've donated several, thousands of Ghana cedis towards the church and projects that actually take place in our parish. There are mandatory donations that we make to the church every year. But for our parish, we have been unique because I think for the last 2 years, our parish has been involved in putting up a parish hall. And you would find out that members of the Knights and St. John's and the members of the Knights of St. John's and the Ladies Auxiliary have been at the forefront of making these projects happen. In addition to that, many people don't know that members of KSJI were, in the forefront of COVID-19 management, research, and, COVID-19 advocacy. We have members within that are medical doctors, nurses, researchers who have played a lot of, roles in this time of the COVID-19 pandemic. Currently, what we are embarking on is we are embarking on a blood donation drive, and we hope that once this is successful, we can actually, use this blood donation drive to support our church and the community of Legon at large.
So, Pastor, why did you choose blood donation as the main focal point for this 5th anniversary celebration? Why not any other thing?
Yeah, so blood donation is paramount to our 5th anniversary cause because we have identified a problem in society. There's a lot of reports on women who go to labor to give birth, and they have a lot of health-related complications in the delivery of their children. And in the course of getting this problem solved, medical doctors would need a lot of blood, and so we've come together to drive and get more blood donation to the National Blood Bank. And we are doing this in partnership with Zipline Ghana. Zipline is noted for its excellence in medical logistics delivery. And in Ghana, they are noted for supplying blood and medical supplies with the use of drone technology. We've also partnered with Time with Dr. Nita, a social enterprise, to help us mobilize to get this blood donation successful. So on the 18th and 19th of February, we are inviting the university community and people outside the university community to join us, mobilize blood to help our mothers whenever they go to labor.
Okay. What else should we expect in this period of celebration for the Knights at UG? Okay.
So our activities is spanning throughout the entire year, this year 2023. So there's a line of activities that we've put together to commemorate the 5th anniversary celebrations. The first one is a Thanksgiving Mass and Parade, which comes off this Sunday on the 29th at the University of Ghana, St. Thomas Aquinas Catholic Church, which is just behind the School of Nursing. Apart from that, we'll have the blood donation drive on the 18th and 19th February. We've also put together Bible studies activities, which we'll host online, and we invite everybody to join us, follow us on Facebook to be able to participate in this activity. Apart from that, we have a cooking competition and football gala, which we'll put together. And all of these activities are geared towards, are put in, spiritual context, and then also social and physical needs of our commandery.
Prof, I see you going through your notes, so I know you have lots to share with us. Let's hear it.
Yes, so a lot of what my brother has said is true, but most importantly, what we actually want the public to understand that KSJI Commandery number 991, we occupy a very pivotal role, and the role that we occupy is to initiate the young men who actually come to the university to pursue their academic degrees and train them as knights, and on graduation actually transfer them to their parishes. We are also a host for those who are already members and actually come to the university to pursue their academic degree. They are welcome to fraternize with us, and we will teach them many things and make sure that by the time they go back to their parishes, they are excellent knights. We are also targeting, in fact, a lot of the people actually look at the way we are vibrant at parades and stuff, and they want to join us. But they are not so sure about if they are able to, participate in this very rigorous activity. What the public should know is that there are also positions for social members where you would not need to do any of the things that we do, but you can still be a member, and we will be at your rescue, whatever it is that happens in your life.
How can people reach you?
Yeah, so you can reach us on Facebook and on Twitter. So just search for KSJI 911 and you'll be able to get through to us.
KSJI 911.
Yes.
Final words before we rise?
Okay, so if you, with the perception that you had of nights, I would say that if you ever find a night close by, have no fear. It can only mean three things: faith, hope, and charity.
Faith, hope, and charity is what you should think about when you come across any nights. And speaking about nights, the Knights of St. John International and Ladies Auxiliary, a Catholic fraternity, this particular group, Commandery 911, based at the University of Ghana, is celebrating its 5th anniversary since it was established in the university in 2017. The organization itself has been around since 1886, and they're a Catholic group, and they offer Christian doctrine, training, drills, social membership to persons who are interested. They are 5 years old, and they are having a massive blood donation drive to support all persons who are in need of blood services, and they are partnering with Zipline Technology. You are the medical drone services to make this happen. It's coming off on the 18th and 19th of February at the University of Ghana. There will be a Thanksgiving Mass at the St. Thomas Aquinas Parish at the University of Ghana, and other activities earmarked for their 5th anniversary celebration: Bible study, cooking competition, football gala. It's Commandery 911, and their president has been sitting with us, Professor Kweku Treme, to share the journey so far, and he's been doing this with Sylvester Kwame Osei, who is the chairman of the planning committee, KSJI 911. So it's happening 18th, 19th February, University of Ghana. That's the blood donation. This Sunday, Thanksgiving Mass in Thomas Aquinas Parish at the University of Ghana. Other activities will be communicated. You can follow their social media handles, KSJI 911, and you'll get more information. Gentlemen, thank you for sitting with us.
Thank you very much, Thelma.
And we will take a quick break. When we return, the breakfast show will continue. We'll be back.
Shredder Dio Kanka Killer Bobo